Hello and welcome. Today I'm joined by my guests Graham Edwards and Danielle Brown from Ravensworth. How are you doing, guys?
Very well, thank you, David. Thanks for inviting us on.
It's a
Yeah, happy to be here.
pleasure to have you both. Pleasure to have you both. Now, agents will argue about this as to which is the best method of delivery, but if you want to reach your customers, nothing seems to have an open rate like direct mail through a door. And although that might seem a little bit sort of old-fashioned to some people, the truth is so much of what we receive in our emails these days, we either goes to junk or we filter out or we don't engage with. And if it's in any way salesy, it's a big turn off. But post, everybody opens pretty much. We've all got a sense of curiosity and we want to know what's on the inside of that envelope or what's on that postcard. So you guys tackle a problem like that for the property market head on with your latest product. Do you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, sure. I guess you can go back to sort of mid COVID, really, when we've seen a real resurgence in the need for printed mail, printed direct mail over the last few months. And not all of our clients had access to that on all of our platforms. And what we really wanted to do was to make that available and accessible to many of our sort of single branch agents and independent agent clients on our new platform, which works for them, called My Ravensworth. So we've developed a really easy to use application which sits on the My Ravensworth platform. We call it Direct Mailer, which basically enables those estate agents to create and send a direct mail campaign for a very, very cost-effective price. And it's really simple, really easy to use, and they can just do it in minutes. You saw the demo last week, David, and I think you could see how easy it was to do.
Yeah, I think it's probably fair to say that agents that have previously subscribed to sort of mainstream prospecting campaigns that are hooked up to direct mailers will they're one portion of a market, but there are plenty of people out there that very often think they should do something, probably haven't yet got into it, but we've all driven past a house that actually I'd love to send them a letter and just see if they'd be interested in selling because I've got somebody to buy it. And before you forget that, you can pull over to the side of the car, use direct mailer, use one of the many templates that you've got, and you could be out having that communication going across to a vendor, prospective vendor, extremely quickly. So it does everything that a fully functional prospecting service should probably do, but it's nimble and it allows you to do sort of one-off mail shots really professionally. And you're right, it was cost effective. It doesn't cost much more than the postage itself.
Yeah. So we do it, if we want to talk about price now, we do it from 54 pence a mailer. So if, for example, a typical estate agent might want to do like a 2020 campaign, in a sold in your street campaign, that would cost around about £22 for them to do.
Yeah.
And I think, lots of estate agents will think, well, digital is more, it's cheap, it's cost effective, it's fast, it's speedy, it gets there really quickly. Yes, that's all true, but we know from our own research that printed mail is generating results. And I think we're all probably a little bit maybe fatigued by digital, certainly over the last 18 months. And as fast as it arrives, you can press the delete button just as quickly. Whereas with printed mail, it has that longevity, and we know from our clients that does tend to work at the moment.
So it's superb. I think you as a brand have been well known for years now within the industry because you're probably best known for producing extremely high quality bespoke brochures for for agents, very often larger agents who are showcasing fantastic properties but need to add value. So they're not just simply pressing print and printing off an A4 flyer. These are proper heavy duty big boy stuff. But they're fantastic. And so you've got great background in terms of knowing visually what to present to a prospective vendor and what looks good and what markets good. But what interests me most about your product, and I took this away from our little demo that we had the other day, is that this effectively is a pay-as-you-go solution for agents that perhaps aren't necessarily don't have the budget to do that kind of marketing every month, but they have a one-off or whatever it may be. And as you say, if you said to me, look, for 20 quid, I can reach every person on the street, I think that's money well spent.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Sorry, carry on, Danielle.
I was just going to say that I think the fact that we provide the suite of templates for them as well is a big thing within direct mailer. It takes away that need for them to engage with a design agency or a design studio, and it's again just makes it a little bit more cost effective for them.
Yeah.
And there were great templates on there that you could pick in a sort of variety of different styles and messages, and you can actually change those yourself. So if I'm not mistaken, you guys also offer a service that if we needed you to bespoke brand one for a particular agency, you could actually do that quite cost effectively. Was it somewhere in the region of about £30, I think, to design something that is entirely bespoke to that agent?
Yeah, that's correct. At the moment, we can offer a £30 design and upload charge for the template, which means they've got their own unique template on direct mailer that they can use and would be editable for them as well. Just following on from Danielle's point, there's sort of a kind of maybe a myth that this sort of solution is really only for or is only being used for sort of larger sort of multi-branch corporate estate agents. To an extent, that is true. They would use the likes of Spectre, maybe Home Search, those kind of companies, and a lot of our own large corporate clients, they do use those companies. We're not looking to compete with that at all. What we're trying to do here is offer a very simple, straightforward solution for that, that long tail of independent and sort of single, twin branch agencies that we tend to serve, which wasn't previously available. So, we think this is really complementary to some of those other solutions that are out there.
It's fantastic, and I highly recommend that agents, even if they are using solutions like that, check it out. It's worth having in your back pocket just in case you need to do a one-off campaign. And you might even say that you fancy cracking a new postcode or a new area that you don't currently service. This would be a great way of dipping your toe in the market, getting your direct mailers out to a specific area that you think you could really service properly from where you are, without having to buy postcode data for that en masse. You could literally sort of target 2 or 3 streets, a borough, a location. So yeah, I think it's got a lot of applications, and I can see how an agent would use that to maximum advantage.
Yeah. Basically, an agent just uses what they need to use, and without any contracts, without any subscriptions, they basically go on and select their data. And it can be, it can be one house, it can be 2 houses, it can be 200 houses. They literally pay for what they use. So they go on, select their data, select their template, edit the template if they need to do anything with it, and then just basically send it to print, and we take care of the rest.
It's superb, and and I had a quick play around with it the other day, and obviously we'll be showing some examples of that as we've been talking. But it certainly looks good, and it's intuitive and easy to use. Is this service now live and rolled out across the UK for people to log in? they don't need a specific previous account with you. They can just rock up today, log in and begin to use it.
They can, yes, and it is live, and we've got customers using it now. We've had a good few orders in over the last couple of weeks. So we don't ask for customers to sign up to a contract or pay us a monthly subscription. But what we do, just to be really clear, is at the moment it's only available on account. So a customer would have to register to have an account with Ravensworth, which is in their interest to do that because it means they get 30-day payment terms on invoice. The one thing that is in the pipeline for the future is to enable card payments for the solution. That's the sort of next piece of the roadmap for the application, but at the moment they need to actually create an account with Ravensworth.
It looks fantastic, and it was a real pleasure to sort of see it in action. And yeah, we hope to see further good things from you guys soon.
Great. Well, we'd be delighted to come on and show them.
Anytime. We're always glad to have you back. Thanks for joining me.
You're very welcome. Okay.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, David.